Hello everyone, I'm Akshay Matthew of Karnia and this is my Practicum 12th. So today we're going to be seeing some more of file functions, and Practical 11 we've been seeing some like the basis of functions like file functions, and now we are going to go a little bit deep into it where we use write mode and the read mode of the functions. So let's just get right into the video. So we start off with the usual header we use, which is hashtag include stdio.h and hashtag include stdlib.h, which includes the file functions like malloc, file, fp, and stuff, etc. So from the body, we see int main, we declare the variables where int n, id, I, float result, character, file name, and etc. So the file name we are going to be saving here is blood test. So like basically what we are trying to do in this program is, first of all, we are making a file which is named blood test. In that we are gonna enter the values of the patients. First of all, we are gonna get the number of patients from the user, and then we are gonna ask the user for the each individual patient's blood sample along with their code, like the patient code. Like in hospital you usually get some token or something, we are going to get that token along with the blood test value. So yeah, that's what is going to be happening in this program. So then we use file fp, which is common, I mean which we commonly use here, and it should be in pointers. So yeah, that's how the function works, because like pointer changes the variable like the address and stuff. So yeah, now we enter the number of patients which we get from the user, and we open the file. So like fp equals f open file named w is none other than it writes in the file. It is the write mode. So if the file doesn't open properly, cause like sometimes it bugs, the file opening could bug. It depends on the compiler we are using. Sometimes if we are using programmers, this function wouldn't work, cause like programmers doesn't allow certain file like coding where we can do write mode in some files. So few programs which doesn't allow file writing or reading will give this error. So gdb doesn't allow this error, so as of now it skips it. So basically the fp equals null. This is none other than checking whether the file is working or not. So then we use array, because like a file, in the file everything is stored in the array format, so it should be in for loop. So then we get the patient id and the result, and then we get scanf, and we do fprintf to like display the value, and then read mode fp equals f open file name r is none other than read over here. Then we check whether the reading mode functions, so we use cfp equals null to check whether the mode functions properly, the file functions properly. Then again we now display the result. To display the result, it should be in a loop, so we use the loop again while fscan p equals to printf, and this is none other than we are just displaying the result which we entered over here, which the user entered over here. And just letting you all know this, since we are using the file, we need to close the file by ending it, otherwise there will be bugs in the program. So yeah, and also the displayed output will get in a different thing, because like we stored in the file of blood test, and you can see blood test over here .txt, so it will be stored like that, instead of like showing it in the usual place where we get the values. So let's just run the code and see how it goes. Enter the number of patients, so we'll go with 3 patients. Enter the patient id and their blood test result. So this patient, let it be 28, and the blood test result is, let's say, 6.7. That's the first patient's. Now we go to the second patient's one. Second patient's id, let it be 29, and let it be 6.1. And for the third patient, we're going to give the value of 30 and 7.2. So if the code works properly, this should be displayed in the open in a different file, and the value should be displayed. So now we are writing the function which is stored in that file. Now the file is going to be displayed as soon as I hit enter, and yes, it did display. So it did display over here, but if we check it over there, voila, we got the values, which is none other than 28 6.7, which you have stored, and 29 6.10, and 30, which is 7.20. Yeah, guys, that's it for Practicum 12. See you guys in Practicum 13.